Hello, my name's Hugh Deller. I'm one of the co-founders, co-runners of Lexical Lab. And today I've just had my last full day's class with the group doing our Teaching Lexically course. This is our first year running the summer school, and this is a course Andrew and I have really designed based on the ideas we've come up with from our own book called Teaching Lexically. And it's quite hard to put into words, really, quite how much I've enjoyed working with the wonderful, wonderful group of teachers that I've had. In the Teaching Lexically class, we've got teachers from Russia, from Ukraine, from Poland, and from the Czech Republic. And just a wonderful group of teachers of different ages, different range of experience, but all of them really passionate about their jobs, really focused, really motivated, really involved and wanting to push on with their teaching. Today what we did in the morning class was we sort of looked at teaching writing, and we talked about different approaches to writing, ways you might want to use writing to help students develop their speaking, ways you might want to use writing as learner journals, different ways of responding to these kinds of writing, ways you might get students to write things to help vocabulary development. And then we looked particularly at developing students' ability to write particular kind of genre texts. So, you know, things like, I don't know, a book review or a film review or a formal letter of complaint or writing a job application or a CV or whatever. And we talked a bit about backwards planning. We looked at the importance of having clear criteria and the way that criteria can help you frame your feedback, the way that criteria can help students understand what they need to do to get higher grades in the writing that they're doing for you. We looked at different ways of marking and correcting work. We looked at, you know, just basic error code correction, reformulation, the advantage of using models of particular kinds of written texts. And we then talked a little bit at the end of the class about teaching one-to-one as well, because quite a few of the teachers do sometimes teach one-to-one. After all of that, we then went down to South London and we did a wonderful walk from Stockwell down to Brixton. And I had the pleasure that I really often get of watching students who've never been inside a little Jamaican food shack try an ackee and saltfish patties for the first time, which is always a lovely thing. And I've come back home to get ready for tomorrow, which is the last day of the whole first 2-week course that we've been running. Next week, we're straight on to our English Boost course, and I'll be hoping to bring you videos of the students doing particular tasks and maybe little extracts of Andrew and myself teaching as well, because next week is less teacher training, teacher development, and much more kind of language development course for the next 2 weeks. So to everyone who's been watching these videos, thank you very much for your interest in Lexical Lab. If you'd like to be added to our mailing list so we can keep you informed of the courses we'll be running, the conferences we'll be appearing at, any publications we've got coming out, please just put your email address below these comments, or you can send a private message to me. Thanks very much for your time. Bye.